You're watching The Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara, and for over a decade, I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients.
You're watching The Bear Pantry Show.
Hey guys, I think it's unmuted. Welcome, replay viewers. I'm gonna leave this one up. How are you guys doing? Thanks for stopping by. I know that you can't always come into my live events when I'm doing them. I try to do them. People say I need to be more like consistent with the time. Like we're gonna go live Monday and Friday at 3. I can't do that. I gotta come live when I have energy. So just can't. Oh, this is a slow one. Ooh, this is going so slow. I might have to take myself off camera. All right, say hello somebody so I can make sure that the mic is working. Of course, the replay viewers, you guys are not the ones to do that because you're in it after the fact. So if you can hear me, give me a 1, please. So I can know that the mic is working. It looks like it's working on my end. It doesn't say muted. Okay, we're going to wait. It's been a day and a half, but I'm good. Thank you, Erica, for saying hi. Thank you, Callie. Thank you for letting me know the microphone is working. So I'm back on my bike riding exercise routine. And let me tell you, it ain't easy. It's not easy. The pain in my legs I can live with is when I'm riding in the wind and I feel like I can't breathe. I'm like, oh God, let's stop, Joe, please. Hi, Sarita. You called me? You know the phone ain't working. Girl, you know the phone ain't working. It's I left it on the couch anyways, but it's probably not gonna take phone calls because it's like almost dead. Everything good though, Sarita? Everything good? You were just wondering how come I'm late? Sometimes I'm late because the stupid thing is like spinning the internet over here on this computer. Hi, Marcella. Hi, Hazel. Thanks for coming in, guys. I know you guys have better things to do than to come in here and listen to me and my foolishness. So, Sarita, this is the shirt that I told you looks good in real life, but on camera, it ain't giving a vibe. It's giving Joseph and the Kota many color vibes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Joe just finished cook too, so I'm gonna go eat at 6. So let's time this thing. I can't eat too late or else I won't be able to digest. I eat a little bit though. Hi, Charmaine. So I've heard from Jermaine. Hi, Nisa. I'm doing all right, Nisa. What about yourself? I'm a little bit low energy tonight, but I don't feel sick. I'm good. It's just going back on the bike trail. Child. It was a beast. So, anyways, to get everybody caught up, because some people are new, I published a book 12 years ago, and I used Author Inc. and Ed Linney as a publisher. This is the book that I was buying from Ed, the finished product. I had to buy his program from Cook's Palette. He had 2 websites. $199, I think we paid for the program. One of my cousins bought it for me 12 years ago. Typed my book in his program, uploaded the files to him, and gave him distribution rights for him to sell it at Amazon and everywhere books are sold online, with the promise that he would give me $4.59 for every book sold. Now, doing something like that, for those of you who want to write book or who's getting ready to publish your book, I don't care if you trust the person. I don't care if the person is your mother. That's what this other man had told me. This little Egyptian man that was training me back in the day. He said, I don't care if it's your mother and you trust them. I wouldn't do that again. I would never go with somebody else again to have them publish my book for me and have them distribute it for me, because even if they give you a spreadsheet like Ex Libris did my very first book, and they gave me a spreadsheet every 3 months, but this was $5. They said they made $5 off of my books, okay? And had the nerve to want to 1099 me for the $5. You did. You did? You put your review in? Oh, girl, I'm gonna wait for it to pop up on. Wake you up at night. Say it's in there. Thank you, Sarita, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the reason why I have a spiral book that I was selling from my website, and the man was distributing a perfect bound book. Perfect bound means it's glued, right? Is because at the time he said Amazon would not accept spiral bound. Amazon would not accept color photo inserts, which is what I did. I see page 70. I find page 70 in this book. I'm trying to remember everything that man told me back then because he's a whole liar. So see, mine's got a color picture in there. Pretty picture, but at the time I didn't know that you had to shoot it profile with the camera and not landscape. And so I couldn't get the picture to be any wider than that, or else it would start to warp and stretch, yada yada. But whatever, you guys bought this. You guys love everything that I do. You're so supportive. You guys bought this, right? So I would buy 50 books at a time from him for like $7.50 each, and I would sell it back, right? So throughout the years, I couldn't buy a whole lot. I bought $50, 50 books now and then. So he was selling, I don't know when he started to sell a whole lot, but at some point, one of my followers, a little Belizean young lady that was a seller on Amazon, was able to access and see what she was selling a month. Gary, that was here the other night, was able to do that too when I met him 3 years ago. So see this page, it's the same thing, but it's black and white. Who want black and white in a cookbook? So I didn't really get behind this book, although everything else is the same as this other book. I didn't like that it was black and white pictures, right? So the man kept selling it, and in 2012, my mom was, because he started the end of 2011. So in the middle of 2012, let's say 7 months later, mommy was like, ask the man for some money. Your channel is growing. People are coming back telling me that they're buying the book. And basically, why is he not giving you no money? So I asked him, and he says, oh, let me check with the person who handles that part in the business. It's his wife, Tracy Linney. And they cut me a check for $59 and something cents, almost $60. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not big, even though I have, I think maybe I had 5,000 or more subscribers at the time. I'm like, well, I'm not big. Maybe that's what they sold, right? So then I just kind of left it alone. I never pursued him again for more money. I'm stupid because I was selling this, right? I was like, okay, I'm making my money. Whatever he's doing there, that's just on a different track. I'll get some money when I get some money. So my mom started to push again because my mom was very business savvy. Well, was, because my mom's passed. And so I asked him again. He's like, oh, no money. When the song said, no money, not there, darling, no money, not there, no money, not there, sweetie, no money, not there. That's what he was saying. So after mommy passed in 2016, I think when we were closing down the business, 2017, because mommy passed June, did we close the business? Yeah, we closed the business 2017. I'm like, okay, I need to go after this man. So I contacted him, asked him for money again, and he sent me a check for $688.80. I screenshot everything. I have a copy of everything. I cashed the check. Everybody told me if I cashed the check, that would tell him that I agree with what he's doing. Well, I gave him permission to sell the book. So what's the difference, right? So at that point, after I get the check and cash it, I called him back. I don't know how to get through to those people, Hazel. If you can send me a number, I would appreciate it, because I contacted the volunteer law something in Massachusetts, because the Attorney General in Massachusetts, well, their office gave me that number to call, and the number that they, let me not get out of my story. Remind me that I'm going to come back and tell the story about that number, okay? It was so funny. So anyways, the man sent me the check. I called him, said, I don't want you to sell my books anymore. How do I go about doing that? Do I need to write you something in writing to tell you, cease and desist, don't sell it no more. We're done. We're not even going to talk about all the money you've stolen. I just want to be done. That's 2018, August or June, between June and August 2018. Pretty much he was rude. He was a friend, but he was rude. And he's like, well, sue me. Because he says, I wouldn't even know how to do something like that. I said, do something like what? It goes, to unpublish your book and get it done off of Amazon. How would I even do that? It's easy. You go to the thing and go click unpublish. That's what you do, right? So anyways, I send him a cease and desist saying, stop selling my book or else. You can't threaten these white people like that, especially when they have money, because if you say stop selling my book or else, they don't care unless you bring the or else, which is the lawsuit, right? So, anyways, fast forward to now, I'm back in the trenches trying to dig up everything on this company and this man and his wife again because of the fact that I published that bread book at Amazon through KDP. And I want this book down. I want it gone. I want it gone forever. I don't want this book out there. I just want the new books that I'm doing under my name and for us to move forward with my brand new branding. So you guys were brought up to date when Gary was here and what all we had found out. So let's go back into the BBB, Better Business Bureau. I contacted them for Massachusetts. They're doing their thing on their track. They really can't do anything. They sent out letters and emails and stuff to everything pertaining to this man. And of course, you know, he died on January the 4th. Our investigation showed that information. And they're sending to the business, which is now a Chipotle. They're sending to the email, which is shut down. They're sending to what else? To his calling his phone number. He dead in the grave. They shut down the phone number. And so they're not getting through. So they contacted me to ask me if he contacted me. And I said, no, he did. And his wife is working a job, a job, and she's just making money while she sleeps off of my book and every other author that they signed. So they said, okay, we're going to continue to the end of the month trying to reach him. And then we're going to put a bad report. This is what we're going to put a bad report against his business. Everybody will see it. Who cares? He dead, then close the business. Who cares, right? That's like my business. If you want to put a bad report against it, no, who cares? I've been closed it since 6 years. So anyway, that's what they do. I can't be mad at them. That's all they can do. Just so you know, what the Better Business Bureau does is contact them, say that they have a complaint, and then they give them an opportunity to reach out to the customer to settle the dispute. If it's not settled, they give them a bad report. And then that way you start seeing bad reports on the personal company. So that would work if the company was still in existence and the man didn't die, right? So I didn't check with the BBB before because I didn't think they could do anything. I didn't even know they could do all of that. So then she told me to contact the Attorney General's office. Got a nice lady in that office, but she did everything to dissuade me from making a claim because she said, we handle person to business dispute. We don't handle business to business. And I said, although I have a business, because she asked me if I had a business, I said, yes. And I said, although I have a business, I did not enter into an agreement with him as a business. I entered into the agreement as a person. I didn't even have the business at the time when I did this with him. And so, like I said, she did everything to try to dissuade me. And Monday, I wasn't feeling well. And so I just left it alone Monday. So Tuesday, I got on the ball. Today is Wednesday, right? And I contacted the Attorney General's office. And what did I do? No, I called the Secretary of State's office from Massachusetts. They're all pleasant when you deal with them people that over there on the East Coast. And she listened and she says, oh my God, 12 years he's been ripping you off. Have you ever sat down and added up? I said, don't. I did it one night when I was going to go to bed and I couldn't sleep. Don't. It's to the tune of about $100 and something thousand, $120,000. Could be less, could be more. I'm averaging out at that, right? Well, Edmund had given me the address, Callie. Edmund had given me the address privately. Remember when Edmund looked it up and found it, but he didn't put it in here because we don't want to dox her. We don't want to turn our right into a wrong. So we're never going to be doxing them. If it's a business address that you found, fine, put it out here. But if it's their home address, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to turn my right into a wrong. You know what I mean? So the Secretary of State said, Tracy Linney contacted us on the 3rd of January because I called them because I wanted to see if the company was still incorporated. She contacted us on the 3rd of January and she withdrew the registration for the business. Because, you know, I think you have to like renew that every year, right? So she did it the day before the man turned carcass, right? The day before the man dead. Oh, hell no. This ninja dying? Let's close down this corporation. I don't want none of these authors coming after me because I want to make this money while I sleep, while I'm out here making big money with the company that I work for because she's on LinkedIn and she posts constantly on LinkedIn. And she's a big superstar out there in the industry that she's in doing, software tech. And she brought in $300 million for the company she worked for. So you know they cut her off a big piece of that change, right? So she don't need my little money. Release me. When the man said, please release me, let me go, that's what I need. Hi, Myrna. So anyways, the Secretary of State gave me the home address which is the one that Edmund had already found and sent to my phone. So we know for sure that's her home address. We looked it up on the internet, me and Gary and Jermaine, we looked it up. And they live in one of those beautiful Boston homes. I wouldn't say it was a mansion or anything, but it's a nice Boston home, as most people in Massachusetts live. He lives in Swampscott. So, anyways, I went to the Attorney General's office website and I filed my complaint. It has to be 1,200 characters or less. So I was very concise to the point. I did give him permission. He didn't pay me no money. I rescinded my permission. He still hasn't stopped. And basically, I'm not the only one he's ripping off, and he's making money while he's dead, right? And so let's see if they'll do anything. But let me tell you about the number that the Attorney General's office gave me for, no, who gave me that damn number? BBB. No, the Attorney General's office gave me a number to call, somebody. And when I called the number, it said, God, I wish I had my notes here, then I would know. When I called the number, it said, City Morgue, you stab them, we slap them. The person answered the phone that said that. And I said, huh? And so then I said, I'm trying to reach, forget who the hell I was trying to reach. I'm calling so many people, right? And they hung up in my face. So I called back, hi, Diane. I called back, I know there was a machine, not a voice, not a regular human being, a machine playing that message. And it says, you've reached the City Morgue. You stab them, we slab them. What the hell is going on in Massachusetts? That's what, God, I'm going to give you guys that number. I'm going to put that number public and give you guys that number so you can call it. So you don't have that line. So anywho, I called, it was to call those lawyers. That's who I was trying to call, the lawyers, the volunteer lawyers. So then I looked up the number myself and I called the volunteer lawyers. They're only there like certain time of the day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They're there from like 9 to noon. And then Tuesday and Thursday, they're there from noon to 3. And it's Massachusetts time, so I have to get up and call early. And when you call, they don't put you on hold. If they're busy, they'll cycle you right back through and hang you up, right? And so I can't get through. So I called one here in California, because it is an internet business. So maybe I can sue this fool from here, because that's what my friend told me. You can sue this fool from California. You don't have to show up in Swampscott to do the lawsuit, because it's an internet business and he does business all over the United States. So his dead ass gonna have to get up the grave. They have to go gather the ashes and bring him in there, because we're gonna sue the estate. That's what she said we're gonna do. Charlie, no lawsuits tired me, right? They tire me out, but that's what we might have to do. So anyways, I got through to the volunteer law people. That's why, Hazel, if you could find a number, please send me the number in my email, bearpantryshow@gmail.com. Find me a viable number. I'm going to call them people tomorrow, okay? So I called, and some Asian sounding person answered the phone. Hi, Jermaine. Hi, Jermaine. So that person answered the phone, and he was just like, that's how he answered the phone. Hello. I'm like, did I reach the correct number? Volunteer, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, yes. And I said, I didn't know what else to say. I swear to God, I didn't know what to say. He threw me for a loop. And I said, I'm trying to reach someone that could possibly talk with me about a lawsuit. And like, this is the intake line, and I have to get your information, and then someone will call you back. And I said, okay, well, what information do you need? My name, my number, what do you need? And so he's like, yeah, hold on. And he surely did not want his job, child. And I was nice to him, because I'm like, okay, I need for him to intake me. So he took my name, my number, my email, and he says, hold on, let me transfer you. And he went for a couple minutes, and he came back and he goes, there's no one there, so they'll call you back. And he hung up in my face. I was like, oh shit. I'm going to need to find a real attorney somewhere. I'm going to need to go to Fiverr, find me an attorney. Anywho, this is where we are today. So when Jermaine and Gary was here, I opened the back of my book, the book that he gave me as my author's copy 12 years ago, and it shows this. It's an address where it was printed and a barcode, which tells me that KDP and Amazon are the ones that are printing this book. This man is not printing this book, or his family. in the garage now and sending it to them when they buy a batch. It's print on demand, POD. Just like my bread book is print on demand. When you order the bread book, they'll turn on the presses, they'll print the book. When they ship it, they'll put my residual in my account. And I like dealing with KDP better because I see it every day going in there. We've sold close to 30 books. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, guys. Okay. Hi, Bessie, darling. Hi, Bessie. So Jermaine bought one of these books when he was here. Bless his heart. I'm like, why are you buying that book, though? They're going to get all the money. I won't get the money. He goes, I want to see where it's printed. Let's see who printed your book in today's day and time, not 12 years ago. So the book came today. And Jermaine looked in the back and sent me the evidence, and it was printed in Texas, just like his bread book that he bought from Amazon. My book was printed in Texas. So it tells me again that KDP is still printing this book. So I called KDP yesterday. Well, you can't call KDP. You have to go in there and pretend like you have a problem. And I don't have any problem with my bread book. My bread book's doing well, right? But I pretended like I had a problem with the title or some shit. And I said, please call me. So they called me. Tell me why my phone going to do the most yesterday, and decided it's not going to receive calls or send calls. I have an iPhone 10. I need a new phone. I'm going to start putting up a cash. My Cash App is right there at Bear Pantry Show. If you want to donate to the Cash App, the money is going to go towards a new phone. The hell with this. Anyways, they were calling me, not getting through. And I know the phone is acting up because people will call me and I'll sit right next to the phone and it won't ring. But people like Sarita and my sister and my cousin Effie and stuff, they know what the phone do. Jermaine was here. He saw what the phone does. So they know that I'm not lying, right? So in any case, where was I in the story? I finally talked to KDP. I got a really nice lady. She even was following up with me today by email. And I told her what happened. And she said, give me the ASIN number for Amazon. And I'm going to look it up to see if we at KDP are the ones printing that book for him. I don't know what I can do to help you, but at least let's find this out. Looked it up, gave her that number, ISBN, ASIN, whatever. I call it my Asian number, but it's ASIN, Amazon, something. So she told me that KDP is not printing that book. And I'm like, but I know this lady is not lying. When you talk to people and you can pick up a vibe if they're lying to you or not, right? I'm like, I don't feel like she's lying to me. But then what gives? By then, we didn't know what Jermaine's book had said, right? I just know this book. And I'm like, well, maybe KDP is not printing it anymore. So when Jermaine hit me up today to say, hey, it's printed back there that it came from Texas. It has a barcode. This is what we needed to know, right? So I just sat on the chair, so forsaken, so verklempt, so just like, God, this is wearing me down. It's tiring me out, right? Thank you for the thumbs up. You guys, thumbs up the damn video. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. So I could feel all the energy drain out of me. My eyes get sticky. I'm near the point of crying, but why cry? It's not going to fix nothing. Even when I cry, I send my tears as seed onto God for it to water the soils that I've sown into. I don't even waste tears. I don't waste spit. I don't waste tears. Cora, what's your problem? Cora. She out there barking at somebody, child. So Jermaine knows the setup now that when I look through this window, there's a porch here with our bikes and stuff, but it's enclosed. I'm protected. So as I was talking to God about it, I wasn't even praying. I was just talking straight up to God, like, what gives? How is it not KDP doing this? I know they're not printing this in their garage, right? Then the Holy Ghost showed me to where it is not KDP that's doing it. It's Create Space. Before there was a KDP, Amazon used to use Create Space. It was a difficult thing to use. People complained that it was not user-friendly. The colored book that you would make in Create Space, they used some kind of thing to do the color that it was so expensive that people didn't make colored books. That's why he did not make a color book. He didn't make a color book because he couldn't make a color book for the price I'm making a color book for right now. It's Create Space that's printing it. So us as new authors to KDP and Amazon, we can't use Create Space because it's dead and gone. But the people who made their books in Create Space, they can still use it for the print on demand because their books were already in. So that's who's paying her. Create Space, not KDP. So the girl that told me that KDP wasn't printing the book wasn't lying. She even sent me some links today to try to get me in another door. Bless her heart. So she has a Create Space account, or he has one. I'm sure she's not going to close it because it's making money. I'm not the only one there. It's kind of like an olesterizer. When you see somebody is an olested somebody, 10 to 1, they've already done it to somebody before. You know what I mean? He has other authors before me and after me. My friend that I turned her on to him, she has at least 5 books, not cookbooks, only 1 cookbook. The rest are other types of books. She has at least 5 books with him. And she never made a dime in 12 years. She would buy the books from him and resell them. And what does he do? Buy it from Create Space and resell it. Create Space is what KDP replaced. So it's print on demand. So whenever somebody wants, even if Amazon said they only have 1 left, if somebody wants to buy it, they'll sell them 10, 20, 30, 40, even if they say they have 1 left. Why? Because they could just print it. So no, I don't know how the hell to get through the Create Space. And sometimes this thing takes away my entire day and it takes my breath away. And then I realized I wasn't productive that day. I didn't edit a video. I didn't tape a video. I didn't edit a video for Joe's channel. I didn't go back and write what I want to write. I didn't do nothing but sit here and try to investigate and do this. And thank God for you guys, because you guys have helped me a lot. You guys, God has really used a few people. He used my sister, first of all, to tell me to make that book for Amazon, which I did not want to do. I'm not even going to lie. Did not want to make a book for Amazon. 1, I didn't know how to do it. 2, I felt like they could rip me off the same way the man ripped me off. 3, I didn't want my book sales to propel his book sales. Right? So I did not want to do that book. My sister said, do a book, any book. She would have been happy if I did a pamphlet. But I did a whole damn book. And yes, in case you want to know, I will redo that book. I will redo that book of Belize and recipes. I'm going to pick 75. I already picked them. 75 of the best, the most popular Belizean recipes. We're not going to have no tableta, cote brute, and them foolishness like that in there. We're just going to have things people go to Belize, they eat it, they come back, go, you know how to make this? So far, we're not going to have those things. 75. Every one of the dishes is going to have a picture, just like the bread book. I'm not going to kill myself doing it, but I'm going to stay focused on it. I don't have a deadline for it to be ready. I wish it could be ready tomorrow because I believe God that he's going to take this book down. Nothing is too big for him. He's going to take it down. I'm going to come on this thing one day crying tears of joy, telling you this book is gone. Se fue, ya acabó, nunca más. It's gone. I don't know how yet, but I don't feel like we found out all this information just to sit on it. You know what I mean? So that book, when I redo it, it's not to replace the book that I'm selling through Morris Cookbook, the one that Morris Cookbook makes for me, because that has 130 Belizean recipes. I'm going to forever sell that book. I just bought a stash, so I have 100 to go. And I'm going to sell my Pantry Laid Bare. I'm going to sell my No More Leftovers. I'm going to keep selling these books. I don't know that I'm going to redo those books to sell at KDP. I don't rule anything out, but so far as I'm thinking right now in my brain, no. Keep these with Morris Cookbooks where I can sell them from my website so that I can make money quickly, because the money at KDP doesn't pay out till 60 days. So those 3 are done. Keep them over there. We're going to do that Belize cookbook so we can replace it when God takes this one down. We're going to finish that cake book for Thanksgiving time. So I might be doing 3 books this year: the bread book, redo of the Belize book, the cake book, and then next year we're looking into other books. Okay. So shit, at this point I could write a book talking about how I got ripped off for 12 years. You know what I mean? So that's what we found out today. We think, Jermaine, are you still in the room? Do you think what I've come up with sounds accurate? That Create Space is the one that he uploaded the book to, because they used to be a part of Amazon. That's who Amazon used to make their books. And because it's grandfathered over, he can still do it. And she has a whole Create Space. You know what? I wouldn't have even known about Create Space, but I vaguely remember that I looked into it before. And then I saw a girl recently pop up in my feed, and that's when I was doing my bread book, and she said, why I redid all my books that I had in Create Space and moved them over to KDP. That was the name of her video. And her books were big, and I loved how big they were. And somebody in the comments said, sis, you didn't say how big your books were. And she goes, oh, they're all 8 by 10. And she has all the same cover on it to where, she has it. And she goes, all my books are going to look the same to where they know it's me. Once they see that book, they know it's me. And that's what I'm doing with my books. They have the same features on them. So when you see it, you know it's me. And I'm going to be on the front of every book from now till I get old and shrivel up. That's how we're going to work. I better hurry up because times are going. I'm already 56. I'm about to be 57. Child, we better Mickey's. And after I lose the rest of this weight, I might look like consumption to suck me or something. Oh God. So 18 people in here. How are you guys doing? First of all, hump day in the middle of April, the week after Easter. Was your Easter good? My Easter was amazing. I hope so, Bessie. Keep praying that God will bring me the person. I think the person's already in my life. I just have to call her. This person's not a lawyer, but she knows about these type of things, and she knows how to sue. And I feel like Tracy Linney might look at me as a concuss in her ear if I send a lawsuit. Honest to God, if I file a lawsuit, she might look at it like, oh shit, I don't have time to deal with this broad right here. Let me just go unpublish her goddamn stupid ass book and move on. But my friend, the one that I turned on to this thing, she's 81, but she's 81 going on 25. She's savvy. I called her up and I say, hey, do you want to be in on this with me? Because I'm the one that introduced her to this man. And she goes, yes, I did these books as a legacy to my children and my grandchildren. They're not going to get none of my money and they get all the money. Why? So I sent her the link to the Attorney General's website for her to file her complaint. I don't know if she did. I can't hold nobody's hand. I've told you guys already. If something's going on in your life and you're missing out on my chat, I can't reach out to you to find out what the hell is going on. I've been saying this since I was young. I try not to memorize stuff, although I have a good memory, because my brain is for creativity, not for memory. That's why I'd rather have a long pencil with a point to write shit down than to try to remember all this crap. For what? For what? When you could go and just look the thing up. You know what I mean? Oh, you did, Myrna. You're so sweet. Thank you. My Easter was amazing. First of all, Jermaine was here since Wednesday. We had an amazing time with Jermaine. Jermaine is very easy to entertain. He's very easygoing, just the same way you see him on camera. That's the way he is in real life. You can have a great conversation with him. You can end the conversation at any time and there's no lull like, oh my God, we have to fill a void and say something. Absolutely not. He was able to do his schoolwork while he was here because he's on his fast track to be an NP. We're going to have a doctor in the house. That's like one step below doctoring. What else? We did a lot. We cooked a lot of different food. None of us overate. I feel so proud of ourselves. We did not overeat. And then Gary, finally, I met the dear sweet Gary. Oh my God. I've known Gary for 3 years over the phone, and he's always been humble, respectful, sweet, just like Jermaine. And these people I'm going to have in my life forever. Forever, ever? Forever, ever. Is that what the song said, right? So Gary, of course, is trying to look up things on his end. But I have to call my sis in Florida, though. I got to call her. We cooked for the desserts. We had milk cake. What was the other cake? Chocolate cake and brownies. Didn't do any pies. Thank God. I hate doing pies. Milk cake was for my little granddaughter, Mabel. Then what else? For the dinner, we had rice and beans, potato salad, oxtails, stewed chicken, and Joe did the most. The stuff was so good. The dinner was so good. Oh, I can't wait to go eat what he made today. He made stew beef. Oh, shit. I have to take a picture. You guys, I have to take a picture of these things if I'm going to be doing that Belize book. Every time we cook a Belize dish, I'm going to have to take a picture. Yeah, I think the wife shut everything down because she don't want the headache, Bessie. But I feel like if I use that address to send some sternly worded letter saying, go unpublish my book or else, she's going to wipe her butt with it, throw it in the trash, be entitled, and then she's going to be on guard for anybody that's going to come serve her. I looked it up. Julie's like an hour and a half away from her. I know Julie can go serve her if I sue. I know Julie. Hey, Julie, look at me putting Julie in trouble. Hey, Julie. There was no losing weight. We didn't eat none of that mess. Honest to God, you can ask Jermaine. We fill our plate like an anorexic. And when it came to the cake, the slice was so thin we could see the sun through it. We are so proud of our little selves. I'm telling you, we did good. When we see Jermaine again, he's going to be whittled away. He's going to be slim and trim like a guava limb because he is on this. He's on this. He motivated me to get back on my stuff, right? Nobody overate. Nobody overate. Even Gary over here talking about, I went back for seconds. He didn't overeat either. Yeah, we're doing good. And I talked to God today and I said, I'm not going to put your name. Hi, Michael. I'm not going to put your name on the front of this book and you're not going to come out for me. You're not going to come out and fight for me, Jesus. I believe all things work together for good for those that are called by God, and I'm called by God. I'm saved. I'm the righteousness of God in Christ. When people say, I don't judge nobody, only God judge. You better not judge me because only God can judge me. Girl, the Bible said the righteous can judge, and we do it all day. Why? We have vibes. Oh, I got a vibe from that person. I feel like they're into something. That's a judgment right there. You walking down the street and somebody go by with a hoodie and you clutch your pearls and your purse. That's a judgment right there. Don't come back and tell me you don't judge. And we can. If we don't judge, we will not know who's here to harm us or to help us, right? Weight watching is no for us, swear. But we have to do it, because Joe's stepmother that passed at 66. Joe is 65. The stepmother was 66. I don't think she had to die that young, but she battled health-related issues because of her weight all her life. That's my belief now. I don't know. And I look at that as an example. We don't want to have this weight going into our old age because we don't want to have weight-related issues, I want you to pray for somebody, for me too, Bessie. I'll text you the name, but you might be able to figure out the name, but don't put it in the chat if you figure it out. But it's our sweet little friend that's expecting a baby. She just got news that she has gestational diabetes. So we want to pray her through this for the next 10 to 12 weeks before the baby comes. Everything else is going great. We just have to pray over that. So that I sent her my healthy selfie book right away for her to know what to eat and what not to eat. She's adamant that she's going to do this, okay? All right? But we praying for her. We praying for her. Remember, we're not saying that she's expecting who it is because we don't want other people to know, because people watch from the bushes. And child, when I see some people and they tell me how much they know about my show, I know they watch from the bushes all the time. And that's okay. I watch from the bushes too at other people's channel, especially when they're talking a topic that I don't know anything about, or I don't want to be in the middle of that mess. I only speak up when the topic, I know something about it. You know what I mean? So that's okay if you want to watch from the bushes, but at least hit the like button because it's free. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Christine. I'll be able to tell my moderators privately because you guys know who it is. You just don't say who it is in here. But I'm so grateful that right away she called me. Oh, and then there's another friend. I feel so special because I have to watch what I say, because I don't know if they made it public yet. But it's somebody that I know that was expecting a baby, and they texted me early in the morning to tell me the baby arrived safely. The baby was born. And I felt so special because they could have waited till they told the world before they told me, but they thought me that special that they told me. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you can watch from the bushes, bushwatcher. Just don't call me afterwards. If you know me, don't call my sister. Don't call my cousins. Don't call them people after it's done and go, I didn't like what you were saying. Were you talking about me? No. I don't even think about you, you old fish-eyed fool. If you guys knew who I call fish-eyed fool and I showed you a picture, you would die because you would know why I call that person a fish-eyed fool. Got that one from Sanford and Son, by the way. I always remember when Jada was in 3rd grade. Jada cussed somebody out in school. Somebody was bullying her or tried to bully her. And Jada said something about you unctuous platooninizing eunuch. I said, oh my God. The teacher was like, where the hell did she get that from? I said, we watch, what's that thing called? Doc Martin. We watch Doc Martin. Yes. I can tell you who that is too privately too, Bessie. I can tell you it's somebody big time. And it's not Sherry Shepherd. I just realized the people could say, oh, was it her? Was she for that? No, it's not Sherry Shepherd. It's somebody big time. I was like, I feel special. I have people in my own life that don't trust me enough to tell me their private information. But bitches, I still know. I still know. How do I know? Because people talk. I don't talk, but people talk. So I still know what I need to know. And anybody who has exited my life, I let them. I was talking to my friend Sarita today, and she said people come into your life for a season or a reason or for life. And she said, like, your kids there for life. I'm like, not all kids. I see some parents and kids. The kids are not there for life. They disown them. You know what I mean? Yes. And the person who had the baby, I'm so happy for them because they suffered 2 miscarriages last year. 2. And praise God for this one. Praise God for the one that made it. Yay! Hallelujah! So we only got like 15 more minutes. You guys want to ask anything? You guys have any ideas? Do you think I'm on the right path to figuring out what's going on? I know that it's print on demand. Just because Jermaine bought that book and showed me what was in the back, I know that they're not printing it in the garage. When they used to have that brick and mortar building that they were renting, I think it was just to have a storefront so that the authors would say, oh, look, they have a whole storefront, right? But they gave up on that. It used to be like 505, then it was 450, unit B, whatever. And then, I guess when he got sick, maybe last year they shut it down because my friend told me she called last year to buy her books and couldn't buy it. He didn't answer her. He was probably dealing with the cancer. You know what I mean? So I don't know that I'll be able to reach out to Create Space, but I'm going to look that up later when I'm not as distressed in my brain, after I eat and I'm feeling happy again. And I'm going to contact my friend in Florida to see if we're going to file a lawsuit, because it might take a lawsuit for her to be frightened enough to go unpublish the book. I wish that I could get money from the lawsuit, honestly, but I don't know. Small claims in Massachusetts is only $7,000. I think in California it's $10,000. And I don't know if I can file it here. We're going to figure it out. And if that person, Hazel, could find me a number to the place here, let's see if it's the same number that I have. We'll go ahead and I don't have my phone here. Yeah, the phone is outside. We'll go ahead and call one of these lawyers in school, and say, hey, you want to file a lawsuit on this? Do it on contingency. That's the word, right? Contingency. Because consignment is when you're selling things, right? Yeah, contingency. Do it on, my friend doesn't want me to do contingency. My friend said, don't do contingency, because even if they get buku money, let's say they get $50,000, they'll take 40,000 and you'll get 10,000. So let's just do small claims and get the 10,000 and run. Honestly, as much as I need that money, I need for that book to come down more. I keep telling you guys that because that's what I feel in my heart. When something's bugging me, I just want to stop that problem. If I'm having a pain in my left rib area, I will do anything to stop the pain. So I'll take ibuprofen, stop the pain. Once the pain eases up, then I can go back to see what caused the pain. Was it food? Was it muscle? Was it that? And then I know not to do that thing again, right? Okay, what do you say, Michael? You said the walk with Jermaine and Joe, that fenced in land. Yeah, that's a trail, Michael. That's a trail that runs through our town and the next town over, and several towns going that way. So going that way is east, and that's a trail that goes for 21 miles. So if we go to the end where we normally go when we ride the bike, um, and go all the way to the opposite end, that's 21 miles. And so if you come back, it's 42. So I've gone from middle right here from where we start, and we've gone 18 miles that way to the end and back. So we've done 36 miles already. Today we just did 6, but I feel like I did 36. But I think I have some fluid retention going on. So that's where that so-called grave is, where me and Jermaine and Joe walked. And we just went 1 mile out. When we ride the bike, we go 3 miles out and 3 miles back. We went 1 mile out and 1 mile back. But if Jermaine had stayed with me another 2 weeks, we would have been able to make it that 3 miles and back for sure. I used to walk that with Joe. I don't think I can walk it again because my heel hurts, but I ride it. And we're back to riding every day again now. We've been riding every day since Easter, since the day after Easter. So we walked Friday, we walked Saturday at the beach, we took Sunday off, we rode Monday, rode Tuesday, rode Wednesday. We're back in our grind. Yeah, we have to. And we know that cardio doesn't burn fat. Cardio only burns calories. So when you're doing your cardio, don't think you're burning any fat. It's just allowing you to eat more calories so that you can feel full. What burns fat is weight training. And so I'm going to start my little weight training just with the free weights, can of peas or something. I have some weights. I'm going to start. I used to love going to the gym for the weights, but I don't want to join the gym again because I am afraid to get COVID over there, you know? Plus, when you go to the gym, you can't get the machines you want. You always have some idiot that think they know you. Like I would do my cardio here at the house, or ride the bike or whatever, and I would go to the gym, and all I want to do is the weights. And every time I get there, there's some fool that comes up like, you're supposed to do cardio. I'm like, leave me alone. You're not my trainer. Don't talk to me. I don't come to the gym to be talked to or talked at. Just leave me alone. Plug my little headset in, listen on my phone, and just do my weights. Sarita, you didn't even say, can you come and help me make some so I can do it right? You said, bring me some. I love it. I love it. I love it. Of course, I will take Sarita anything she wants, okay? Anything you want, my love, I'll take it. And when I make tamales for that book, I'm going to record it again. Because remember, I learned some tricks, right? I think all that happened is that you didn't thicken it enough. And that can be an easy mistake. You need to thicken the outside part of it enough, because I don't do the ball and mash it because I can't mash it thin enough. So thicken that outside, thicken that caul, and then you'll get it right. But don't worry. We could come there too. Yeah, we could, girl. I'll bring some masa. We will have it all set already. We'll have Joe do the stew chicken, right? And I'll bring some of the chicken down, bring the masa, and then we're just gonna go right in the kitchen and do the call. Boom, boom, boom. So we're gonna say, damn, why can't I have it? Jermaine noticed that when I was with him and I was telling him every step of the way, he goes, I would have messed this bread up. I would have put too much flour down at once. Plus, you made a lot. Girl, props to you. You made a lot. But that stuff's still good to eat, even if it's soft, right? It's not watery, right? Where can I find some high metabolism to buy, right? Right, Myrna? What we do, girl, let me tell you up front, we're going to do like 10. Unless you want to have the stew chicken ready, you can have the stew chicken ready. I'll come down again and I'll bring the masa. And I'll show you quickly how to do the caul. And then you just assemble it and go on. Yeah, we could do that, Sarita, for real. I'm not joking. You could do that. You have the stew chicken ready. You stew your chicken. I'll go get like 5 pounds of masa. And we're going to come down. We're going to separate it, do the outside part. Just have some shortening on hand. We'll do the caul part. I'll show you quickly how to get that thick. And then you have all your parts right there, and it's just a matter of assembling, right? Yeah, you'll never get that wrong again. I don't like to make a lot of tamales though. I make 10 to 20 tamales. Girl. Mm-mm-mm. Myrna crazy. Myrna say, where can I find some high metabolism? Mm-mm-mm. You guys like my little dragonfly? I found this. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. So when we went to the beach, small claims are filed by state and county. Can I file here if he was in Massachusetts, Edmund? Can you let me know if that's true, being that it was an internet business? When we went to the beach, we went by the bathrooms, right? Because I took Jermaine to see where Jada sang and where she sat in that one little crack on the fence. It was so cool. Jermaine was like, oh, this is where Jada was. And Jermaine stepped on something soft, right? So he moved his foot and it was money rolled up. And so he's like, I'm afraid to touch it. What if it has fentanyl? I'm like, well, we's gonna die today because I'm picking this up. So I picked up that money, it was folded, and I was afraid to open it. I'm like, Jermaine, I'm afraid to open it. So I gave it to Joe to open. Joe did this, open the money. Child, it was a $10 bill. I just remember that money today. I said, Joe, my $10 day. Joe said, what $10? And I said, the $10 we found at the beach. And he goes, that was my money. I said, how is it your money? Jermaine stepped on it. I picked it up. He go, I opened it. You fools didn't want to open it. We were scared of the fentanyl that they be putting on the money. That was a good thing though. We found 10 whole dollars. Somebody over there crying about their lunch that day because we found that. That Jermaine brought that good luck. Edmund, we are waiting to hear the answer. Edmund says small claims are filed by state and county. I got my $10. That was God turning things around, Valencia. That was God turning things around, telling me, I'm with you, child. Shut up. Stop complaining. I never find money either. When my sister go to my mom's grave, she always be finding money from them cholas. You know, my mom is buried between a bunch of cholas, right? They always over there pouring out a 40 ounce for their homies. And I'm afraid to go when them people are there. My mom always be with the thugs, even when she was alive. If the defendant has no contact with your state, you may be able to sue in the location in your state where the contract was signed. Contract. Okay, the contract wasn't signed. It was an internet thing where when I uploaded the files to his website, there were radio buttons, the wrong ones, not the boxes where you can check as many boxes as you want. There were radio buttons that said, would you like to do distribution? And I clicked the button, and that's where I lost my entire intellectual property. You know, this thing wouldn't bother me, honest to God. Honest to God, this book, the money that they're making off of this book wouldn't even affect me if it wasn't on Amazon for sale and it's affecting my other book sales and they're getting fat off of my other book sales. If it was being sold somewhere else in Papa Patch somewhere and I didn't know, I wouldn't care. I'm moving on. I'm moving forward, not going backwards. I just want it down. Just get it down. You know, it's not available on Barnes and Noble anymore, although being that I put this whole damn book out. Oh, and this one, they put it up for 1 weekend, right, Jermaine? 1 weekend, and then it's gone. It says it's no longer available. They don't know when it's going to be available. Now, this one don't have nothing in the back. There's nothing in the back to say that KDP or the other one's printing it. Nothing. You generally have to sue in the state where the person you're suing lives or does business. Crap. See, that's the problem when people say, sue him. Sue him. Maybe if I file the lawsuit, it'll frighten her into just going to unpublish the damn books. Just go and publish the books. Wretch. She was right alongside with him because she always had some shit to say in the background. She just started to work. I saw her on LinkedIn talking about, oh, these are the two people that told me to go get my degree and blah, 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 or my license to do this, yada, yada, yada. She just started work. That was probably a marriage of convenience. One time when he sent me my stash of books that I bought, he went back and swiped my credit card a second time. I'm like, what gives? You just can't swipe up my credit card like this? And he goes, we weren't charging you for the shipping. And I said, so you come back and tell me. You know, Barbara, I messed up. I didn't charge you for the shipping. I'm going to have to swipe your card again for the shipping. Can I do this? That's what you do when you do. I went off on him. And she in the background going, yakety, 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 yakety. I'm like, bitch, shut up. She never liked him talking to me. I don't want that old ass man. Oh, then people piss me the hell off. She's 67, he 81. People, women better understand that when I talk to them man, me don't want for them man. I have a man, a real man that takes very good. Jermaine could tell you, Joe takes very good care of me. There. Okay, who coming next? Is it Julie? Julie, is you coming? Just give me 1 week to recover and we're ready again. Who coming next? Is it Julie? I'm going to talk to my friend because she sued many of people and she's won. So I'm going to talk to her because she the one say I could sue him from California. Because I said, I can't go to Massachusetts. I ain't got no money to go out there. Julie said, you will come and stay with me. We're going to go over there and serve and you come and you go to court. Child? I done feed the dogs already, so that's good news. It's only me that has to eat and just have to make sure I don't eat a large amount. He made stew beef and okra. That's my favorite thing. My sister told me that that was not a Belizean dish back in the day, that it was my mom's auntie that make up that dish. They had stew beef and they have beef soup, but they never had the okra in it. My auntie is the one put the okra in there, so that's unique to us. But if you ask other Belizeans, they're going to say no, because they think they know everything. Everything. Yeah, girl, this shirt wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Yeah, a lot of you sent me videos on this woman, Tracy Linney. So that's how I know what she looks like. If the person or business regularly transacts with internet customers in your state, then you should be able to bring your lawsuit in your local small state. Okay, that's good to know because he does. He has authors in California. And he has another author in California, which is my friend, and she lives here in California still. She had moved away to Las Vegas last year, but she moved back to California. And so I'm going to ask her, does she want to file that lawsuit the same time I file my lawsuit against his estate? That's what he's going to do. Thank you, Edmund. Edmund is our resident encyclopedia up in this place. He knows how to look up all this stuff if you don't know it, okay? He does, because he told me he had a lot of customers in California. Sarita, when you go pray, go check my Facebook page after the show now. Okay, when you go pray for my friend. You know that who, no say name, okay? You know that who, the one that have the diabetes. Please pray for her, okay? Sarita and Bessie and Nisa are our resident prayer warriors. The rest of us, we still have a lot of we still have a lot of learning to do. God gonna get us. God gonna get us. Okay, my beautiful people. Thank you for spending time with me. I have to go eat. If I eat too much later than this, I won't digest, even if I go late on at 2 in the morning. And yeah, we're getting there. I did a mukbang yesterday. I hope it came out good because the camera kept the battery died, then the memory became full up or corrupted. Oh God, I'm gonna piece it together and see what I get. Okay. You guys go watch that video with Jermaine that I put up yesterday. If you haven't watched it yet, thank you for liking, sharing, doing everything so we could get Jermaine out there so all of his friends and family can see him starring on the Bear Pantry Show. Okay. Thank you, honey. Yeah, join the Patreon. I have a video to edit when we went to the beach and stuff. I'll put that up too. I'm going to go eat and edit. That's what I'll do today. I'm going to go eat and I'm going to go edit. And thank you to all 28 or 29 of you that bought the bread book. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's searching. I changed my meta tags because I paid a guy on Fiverr to find out what to put. And I put bread making book and bread baking book. Those are the two new ones. And when you search for me, if you go incognito, I'm coming up on page 4. Whereas I would get to page 10 and not find my book. So those meta tags are working. I'm on page 4. You guys go look, go incognito, log out and go, in another browser or whatever, and go look for bread making book or bread baking book. Just put in those words, bread making or bread baking, and see what page I come up on for you guys. All right. Thank you for liking, sharing, and spending time with me. I know you have other YouTubers you could be watching that can thrill you more than me. Thanks to my moderators for working so hard. I'll send you guys a text later to let you guys know who I was praying for, okay? I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.